Hey guys, welcome back to True Crime and Tarot. So, as you read in the title of this video, this is going to be about Candace's recent antics, and we'll just have an open discussion about that. So, in case you guys missed it, Candace was on Benny Keys's channel last night, and she was singing karaoke and basically not acting very heartbroken that her entire family is gone. So I thought we would talk about that a little bit because in my reading of Candace and her energy, like I said, she's not very sad. Like Candace is looking at this as a rebirth, a new beginning. I have no kids, no anyone to be responsible for. I'm just responsible for me. And, for a woman in her position that has 4 children, one missing, the 3 others in DFS or CPS, whatever it's called in Tennessee, you would think that this time, she can be focusing on a job, going to bed at a proper time, taking care of herself, trying to stop the alcoholism, get treatment that she needs. We're seeing none of that. And I'm unsurprised. Color me unsurprised, but I'm unsurprised. And I think this is going to be the tip of the iceberg for what we see coming with Candace. Like I said in my reading, that she's really on a prowl for a guy. Now, I know that a lot of people have noticed that Candace seems to have a crush on Benny Keys. I kind of noticed that a long while ago. She was calling him a best friend and things like that. But and I could be wrong. But I just don't see Benny Keys doing those sorts of things with Candace. But it doesn't mean that one drunken night, something couldn't happen. It doesn't mean that. But either way, I don't really want to speculate on that too hard. But I do think that Candace will be entertaining other men if she's not already. And she could be, texting with people, things like that. But I do not think for 2 seconds she is sad that Don is in that jail. This to her, with my cards, what they said, this is like, hey, it's time to go. It's time to get it on, because what do we see her doing? Do we see a grief-stricken mother going to bed all alone? Her entire family is literally gone. No. We see a woman on YouTube, drunk, singing karaoke. That's just, it's not funny at all, but it's just so ridiculous. Like at some point you just kind of give an awkward laugh about it because what the hell, Candace? Really? I mean, I didn't really have a lot of faith in this anyway, but I have a very strong feeling that we are going to see so much more, and it's going to be probably just as unbelievable as Don's stuff was. Hi, Leslie. How do I feel about all of her smiling? Probably the same way you do. It's just so, it's, it's hard to watch. I'll tell you that. I did not watch the entire thing because I just couldn't. It just turns your stomach. Like, lady, get it, read the room, get it together. This is prime. And let me tell you guys something. Being down there in Tennessee, right around her area, there were so many signs for jobs. So many. Hiring. We've seen them everywhere. So there's no excuse. You have nothing holding you back. There's no kids to watch. There's nobody to take care of. There's nobody to listen to, aka Don. You could do whatever you want. And we are watching Candace do whatever she wants. Watch her choices carefully. Petro, forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. I have a very bad habit of doing that. Sinman, Petro Sinman. Hi. Do you think Benny and Candy will hook up? I don't know. I just don't think that Benny has any attraction. I think Candace does. I've been seeing that for a little while. But I don't know. I think Benny would have to be really intoxicated to go there. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know I kind of watched a live stream last night where he did this with Cash Gurin's mother allegedly. Um, but Candace, I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. I think she's most likely at this stage. I think because again, I'll go back to my reading on her. I think at this stage she's most likely texting other guys. I think that's probably the stage that she's at right now. But I just would not be surprised within the next month. It could even be shorter. But within the next month, there's going to be some visitors at her house. Leslie kind of looks like she feels like the cat who got the canary, doesn't it? She got away with something. Yeah. And I said this. I'm going to keep bringing up my readings in this. I hope you guys don't mind. But I did say that Grandis, Grandis really feels like they're just going to get away with this. She does not think that they're going to be held accountable. And maybe some of her energy is rubbing off on Candace. Because again, I mean, what are we 9 months in yet? Are we very close to that? We're close to 9 months if we're not there. And nothing, nothing has turned up of summer. So, oh, that's so cool, Petro. Petro is from South Africa. Wow, it's amazing. I love that YouTube reaches so far and wide. Like I never probably would have talked to someone from South Africa if it wasn't for social media. Um, I'm really kind of upset to tell you guys. 8 months and 8 days. Okay, thank you, Leslie. I wasn't exactly sure of the time, but I knew we were 8 months in, but I did think we were closer to 9. Mr. Jamie says, "Yep, police incompetence. They all get off scot free." Because Jamie, I wonder about that because are Candace and Don really smart enough to pull this off? Like with TBI, FBI, everybody investigating them, are they smart enough to pull this off? I'll tell you guys that when I did go there, like holy crap, if you were going to hide a body somewhere around there, there's just tons of places. There's a video I did back in December, maybe early January, at the hippie house that Candace went to. And there was a lady that was very intoxicated on what Jesus, I can't talk. Suspect was meth. But she, oh, just give me a second, guys. But she was kind of talking about some things. Hang on, I kind of lost my train of thought with what I was gonna say with that. Sorry. Yeah, she was definitely hard to miss, right, Ray? I I really don't come into contact with people that have meth abuse issues. So I have, but just not very often. And they always kind of take me aback because they're just moving like all over the place. Like they're just jiggling all around. And, I'm just kind of watching them like, what's going to happen next here? I don't want to call it interesting, but it's just kind of like, what the hell? Petro, I think the police knew more than what they said. I believe Candace and Candy had something to do with Rose Bly disappearing. You know what, Petro? I never subscribed to that. I was like, that's really weird that two people would go missing in the same family. Like, they couldn't be that brazen. But, I don't know. People could be onto something with that because just Candace's behavior alone about it is very strange. Even though I will tell you the husband's behavior was very suspect with Rose Bly. Oh, Ray Bird, you thought she was going to sway into me a couple of times. We were actually standing pretty far apart. We weren't standing really super close to one another, but yeah, she was an interesting character, but it does give you an up close look at what people look like on meth. And a lot of the people around there said that drugs were really bad in that area, especially meth. I got that quite a bit. Yeah. Welcome to Clits and Tits Bars and Grill. Well, that's a heck of a name. Thank you for making me say that. You feel bad for meth users. You know, um, I feel bad more for the family members of addicts because I am one. And we go through so much. We really do. Um, the pain that I understand that the addict is in a lot of pain, but the pain that they cause others is enormous. Um, and unfortunately, I've been through that, so it's not a good topic for me. Um, I mean, we could talk about it, but it always kind of brings me down, just because I go right back to that time, and it was just so insane what I was watching. I wasn't watching the family member that I'm talking about had opiate addiction, and it was just really, really hard to watch. And you kind of, as the family member, you go through like every emotion while they're just so zonked out of their mind that they have no idea, but you're over there. I mean, I cried. I was angry. I wanted to shake this person. I wanted to do all kinds of things. And then when they kind of got clean, they really didn't remember a lot of those times, but they're seared into my memory, So I kind of feel like the family seeing that's really traumatizing, and it stays with you. And even though the addict may not remember everything, you do. So, but I will always wish for people's recovery. And it can happen. It can definitely happen. Because I've seen it happen. Let's see. We'll call you WTCTBR. How about that? Welcome to your grill. They say, I'm watching I Survived right now. It's pretty sick stuff. Really? So what's it about? There's a case. I have mentioned this a couple times now. I kind of started a little bit on it tonight. This lady named Anu Singh, and this woman literally had two dinner parties. I just can't get over that. And the guests all knew that she was going to kill her boyfriend or do like a murder or suicide. And they all came. They all showed up. Nobody tried to stop her. None of them, they were like kind of privileged people. None of them served a day in jail. She did, but not very long. Petro. A family member nearly destroyed us with her mess state. Her poor children. That's why the story takes me. The addict person blames everyone but themselves. Yeah, absolutely. Um, I've had a couple addict family members actually, and one of them was an immediate like blood sibling, and his drug addiction had gotten so bad that he was literally sleeping in a horse stall. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to let my brother sleep in a horse stall. And so I went and got him. And, I was a little ignorant to addiction at that time. But I thought, I'm going to take him to rehab and fix him. And that is not what happens. He cussed me out. He talked to me like trash. He absolutely refused treatment. And sadly, to this day, there's still struggle there. So my mom listens to all of my mother listens to all of my things. I am sorry, Mom. Uh, I'm sorry. She's not going to be happy to hear that, but yes, she knows about it, but I don't think she would like me to talk about it. But I think addiction needs to be talked about because, again, in my belief, it is the absolute center of the Summer Wells case. Um, WTCTBR. It's basically about people in situations where they were about to die but lived. So, like getting shot, stabbed, Jesus, raped by robbers or being stranded at sea sort of stuff. Has a really great channel. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Mr. Ballin. God, I love Mr. Ballin. I could just binge watch his stuff constantly. It's the strange, it's the unusual, it's true crime. He just has a great channel. Raybird. We have been through hell and back with an addict family member as well, so I empathize. Yeah, I understand that people have sympathy for addicts, but I've been saying this for several years now that, of course we don't want anyone to die of drugs because regardless if you agree with them doing drugs or not, or you judge them or whatever, there are people that love that person. There are people in this world that love that person. So, we always want to see them get better. But I just don't think that we talk enough about the family members that are affected by what they do. And I feel like there's a lot of focus around, we got to kind of handle the addict with kid gloves and it's all about them. It's all about their recovery. Well, for our family, for my family, the whole family had to recover. It definitely wasn't just my family members or, the two of them. It was all of us. And I even want to say that we were definitely more traumatized than they were because we were watching it and they didn't remember everything that they had done to us. Raybird, I'm going to put you up again. This person has made decisions that I could never have imagined them doing. They have manipulated, stolen, and lied to our whole family. The person that we knew and love is not that person anymore. Yeah, and you know what, Raybird? That's the hardest part. It's watching somebody that's still alive die because that's kind of what happens, and you mourn them. What I was talking about, what I did with my brother was years ago, and I have mourned my brother. And today we don't have a relationship. Um we don't speak to each other. He still struggles with his addiction and we just don't have any relationship, and he's not an uncle to my children. He's not anything to us, and that's sad to me, you know. But I really do think that we should look at families, and instead of calling and saying, "Hey, how's the addict doing? Are they okay? Are they clean? Are they doing okay? How are they feeling?" Maybe we should reach out to the family members and say, "Hey, are you okay? What do you guys need? Are you guys going to be all right?" Because you have to remember that these are the people that are dealing with this directly. And you can't understand what that feels like unless you've been through it. Mr. Jamie, I can't see any guy willing to have sex with Candace. Um, that going that's going to be difficult for her. That's my rating. Um, yeah, I kind of have said that in so many words. She's gonna want that. She's definitely gonna want that, is what I seen on my cards. Allegedly, do not sue me. But I don't know if she's gonna be successful. That was looking real iffy because, like I said in the last live stream, you're gonna kind of need a special person for Candace, if you know what I mean. Um, Now, if I think she was maybe physically more attractive, that would happen a lot faster and sooner for her, and I think we would see explosions everywhere. But I do think this could prove a little difficult for her. Um, Raybird, it was definitely a traumatic experience for us. Yes, it was like a death. I agree with the relationship too. Yeah. Yep. I gotta stop saying absolutely because I sound like another creator that does that all the time. And I noticed I've been saying it a lot lately for some reason. I have two words that I always kind of like my gap fillers, and it's and absolutely. And I gotta trade myself out of that. Yeah, that's how I like to put it, Ray Bird. A special person for Candace. Um, I really wouldn't be surprised if there are people that are going to try to get close to her to maybe get it out of her. Something about summer and go after the reward. That's a possibility. I really wouldn't put past. I really wouldn't put past. Jesus, why can I not talk today? I really wouldn't put that past anyone. I mean, we've seen the characters. I'll just call them characters on YouTube. The creators themselves, we've seen them, and there's been some characters. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was gonna try to go that angle with her, because I do think, like I've said before, that Candace is an emotionally starved woman. And I think she's been that way for a very long time. So I think that if there's a guy that is going to show her attention, show her some type of intimacy, I think she's gonna fall head right over heels with that. So uh let's see. Oops, what did I do? My filler words are like and stuff. Yeah, we all have those words, but like when you're on YouTube doing a live stream, you really want to be able to talk without using all of those filler words. And so I've been trying to train myself out of it. I haven't done a great job of it, but I've been trying. So, can you guys tell me something? Because I kind of have good news to share. Um, my channel has recently been monetized. So I will tell you that that took me a long time, and it's something that I'm proud of, and I'm doing something that I love, which is talking about true crime. I always say that, but it's true. But at the bottom of my posted, I cannot see it, but is there like that little money sign thing there? And this is not fishing for that. Please believe me. I just want to know because I personally cannot see it. So I don't know if it's on there. Oh, wait. Uh, yeah, but yeah, if anybody could see that, just let me know. Um, it's there. Holy crap. I didn't think I'd ever see those things on my videos. Wow. Okay. That's that's really weird because I've wanted to do this and I've wanted to turn this into something um but it's a little intimidating at the same time cuz I don't know, it just is. Wow. Okay, well thank you for answering that. I can't see it like I said, but that's really neat. I got really excited that because I don't know if you guys know, but you do have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and so I had that, and they let me know that I could be monetized, and they had actually already been putting ads on my videos, but I wasn't monetized, so they were just kind of making money off my videos, and I wasn't seeing any of that, but they let me know, and so I did the monetization, and today they said that they approved a partnership, and oh my gosh, Ray Bird, are you serious? Thank you. Um, thank you. You are the first person that has sent me is this called a super chat or a super sticker? I'm not sure. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Just to be clear, that is not why I asked. I wish I could share my screen with you guys. I probably can. But yeah, I can't see. I'm going to share this screen real quick so you guys can see. But yeah, see, oh, I got to take that down. Sorry. But see down here at the bottom of this is the chat that you guys are chatting in. And then I can't see if that's on there or not. So that is why I asked. But wow, that means so much to me. Thank you so much. Oh, it's a super chat. Well, you are officially the first person that has ever done that. So I really appreciate it. That kind of made my night. I was feeling a little down. I'll be honest with you guys. I was feeling a little down about not covering the Michael Vaughn case just because I really do think this kid needs the attention. But I was like, I just can't do it. It's just not going to go well. And so I was just feeling kind of down about that because I had other things that I wanted to go into with that case. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ray Bird. I have to say that again. Congratulations. You deserve it. You put out great videos that are professional and informative. Thank you. That means so much to me. That's a great compliment and I just really appreciate it. Um if I just want to leave that up, that makes me feel really good. I've talked about it before, but it's just really not that easy to hop on here and say a bunch of things all the time, but you do it because it's a passion and you do it because people are missing and they need help, and all of those things kind of just go with me. I wanted to become a police officer when I was younger. I did want to go into law enforcement, and I did want to help teenagers. I wanted to be a parole officer, and I talked about that before. I just had children, and I stayed home with them. And So, but I will tell you guys, it has always been my dream to go back to school and finish my degree in behavioral science. And I kind of have said this every year since my 5 year old has been born. But now that she's actually in school, I keep saying there's like this little voice in the back of my head that says, do it. This is your passion. This is what you're good at. Do it. So I don't know. Maybe I will do that this coming fall. I will have to see. But yeah, thank you. Wow. I'm just so taken aback by that. I wasn't expecting that. And I can't wait to tell my significant other. He's like my biggest supporter. And I can't wait to tell him that you did that for me, Raybird. I think he's probably going to high five me and say, "Oh, that's really awesome, babe." So, we could get back to the Candace chat now, though. I've kind of gone way off topic here. Uh, I'm just really happy. So it's kind of hard to go from feeling happy to back to the drone and dread of the Wellses, the dried up Wellses. I think I'm going to start calling them that because I really do think these wells are drying up. I've heard other creators say that. I agree with them. That we're just going to see things happening now. And I heard Chris McDonough say tonight that he thought that, this could be a chance for Candace to talk. But I kind of don't agree with that because I feel like Candace is a type that will take it to the grave. I feel like Don, who's always the one talking, usually, I feel like he would be the one to sing. I could be wrong. I'm not the expert. Chris is, but I just feel like it would be Don that would tell. Only because I think Candace had more. I think Candace knows all. I think whatever Don knows is because of Candace, and maybe he helped uh, take care of the ending of whatever happened with Summer. But I just always have believed that Candace is like the main perpetrator, culprit, however you want to put it. Hi, Linda. So good to see you. Look at this, Linda. I got my first super chat. Can you believe that? I was shocked. Um, and happy. That really did make my whole day. But yeah, I got that. So I was just talking about Donna Candace and Candace's antics last night with the karaoke and the this and that, and you know how much different she could be doing things. Like it's like you have two paths that you can go down here. You can buckle down, you can try to get yourself on a schedule, try to get substance abuse help, try to do all of these things and just try to get a job. Keep your head down. Stay off of YouTube. Put the R&R down. And really try for yourself and your children. And if you get a job, on the times off, really go look for your daughter. Or you could just keep on continuing doing what you're doing, collecting cash apps from people on YouTube, getting drunk, singing, smiling, putting summer aside, or you could be doing that. And that's what option B is what we are seeing Candace Wells do. So it just still speaks volumes, guys. Still speaks volumes. And like I said earlier, I think this is very much the tip of the iceberg. I think things are going to get insanely interesting, for lack of a better term, when Candace starts entertaining people up on that hill. And it's going to happen. It is definitely going to happen. You know what? If you think it's going to happen, will you tell me in chat? If you think that Candace is going to have other people up on that hill partying with her, will you guys let me know? Because I'm interested. I wish I could bring Linda up on panel. Linda, why won't you come up on panel and talk to me? Raybird, Candace certainly has a glow when she talks to BK. Yes, she does. Didn't you guys notice that a while ago, though? Like I did. I haven't seen her smile like that with anyone else I know. Remember that picture? Like, wow. Definitely doesn't look happy like that when she's in the company of her husband and kids. No, not at all. And I think she was such a miserable. I think the life that she lived with Don and the kids was just like her worst nightmare. We already know that Candace has a really bad history of not being a mother. So, oh, Linda. Linda's shy. That's okay. That's okay. I won't ride you for that, Linda. But what was I saying? Linda, see, you got me off of what I was ranting on about. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I would appreciate it, but you don't have to do that. I was just saying, I was just so happy. Raper just like made my whole night with that. But I really did forget what I was saying now, Linda, when you're saying that you're shy. What the heck was I ranting on about, guys? um, I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys remember when Candace got Linda is asking Ray Bird if she had any problems. Oh, I guess with the super chats. Um, I don't know. I guess I'll let Ray Bird answer that question. Um, I want to know something from you guys too. I said yesterday that I was done covering the Michael Vaughn case. I did want to do one last thing. And I don't want to sound like a liar, like, oh, I'm done covering this case, blah, blah. But I did want to do one last thing. I did want to do a read. Actually, two of them. I wanted to do one on just his case in general. And then I wanted to do one on the nanny. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think I should just really leave it all the way alone? Or, because I really do want to do those reads. I really do. And I'll be honest with you guys, I did do a read about the nanny and the dad. I did not upload it because I just wanted to see what would maybe come out. Oh, Linda, you guys are so kind. Thank you. It's actually 1:43 in the morning here for me. And I thought there would be like 3 people in here, to be honest. But you guys have really made my night. Thank you. I feel so humbled by this. If oh, I didn't see this comment by Raybird. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to put up. Okay, so Ontario, Canada. Okay. Raybird, when Don said to Brian Eaton, Candace is a good mom, I spit my coffee across the room. Yeah. Yeah. That's just, I'm not going to sit on top of a golden throne and act like I'm mother of the year. I'm not. I definitely have flaws and things of that nature, but um, Candace is the type of mother that I don't really see her breed too often, if you know what I mean. Oh, okay, Linda, you don't. You guys are so kind. I don't know what else to say here. You guys are so kind. You don't have to do that. You really don't. I promise you don't. It really means everything that you guys are just here and watching. That helps my channel. Likes definitely help a channel. So, oh, Linda's mad. No, don't get mad, Linda. Please don't get mad. Oh, I don't know why. I do know that when I send super chats, um, it's like linked to my card. So I remember the first super chat I ever sent was to Above and Beyond ancestor readings. And she's really good. Have you guys ever seen her? Holy crap. She has this ancestor deck. I've never seen anything like it. And she just does such a crazy good job. Like her readings are always super interesting. But I remember when I was first trying to send a super chat to her, and I was Linda. I was literally Linda. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Why isn't this working? And then I figured to link my card and do all this stuff, and then it went through, and I was like, oh wow, I did it. So, oh Linda, this is why I deal with PayPal. I've sent to other people before. I've actually done that on Cash App. I actually sent someone $50 on Cash App that was not meant to go to them. They were a complete stranger. And shockingly, they sent it back. Like, I did not think they were going to send it back, but they did. So, yeah, that's happened to me. But you really don't have to worry about it, Linda. I know you love me. You always show up, and I just appreciate you. And it just stalls out. I'm not really sure how to help. I can't even see the little dollar sign thing. I just know the first time I ever did it, I was kind of like you. I was like, what the heck? Why can't I do this? What's going on? But anyway, um, do you guys? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So what do you guys think? Like, do you guys think that Candace is seeing this as like a rebirth of her life? That she can kind of start anew? No kids, no Don. Got 6 months to make something happen with somebody else. Hey Seven, how are you? Good to see you here. Always good to have you in chat. It's super late, yeah. I don't know where everybody is, but I'm on the East Coast, so it's pretty late here for me. 1:48 a.m. Raybird, I have 4 kids. Let's see, Raybird's here. I have 4 kids, by no means perfect either. Yeah, I have 4 children at home, and definitely not perfect. But I think describing Candace as a bad mom would be an understatement, considering she has had 5 kids removed and lost one. Actually, Raybird, she has had 7 children total. I've talked about this in other videos, but she was on a live stream, and the creator had somehow found out that she had another daughter in between her first husband, Andrew, where she had the 2 children with him and they were removed, and Don, who, she had 4 children with. Um, the father is really unknown, but it was a baby girl, and she gave her up for adoption right from the hospital. So Candace is actually had 7 children total. 6 of them, well, 5 of them taken away, 1 adopted out, and the other missing. So 7, yes. I am good. I am good. And I'm glad you're good. I am definitely glad to hear that. Linda, Linda, are you yelling at me, Linda? Listen, Linda. Linda says, I came here to tell you someone was blaming you um for being aligned with Ernie when she meant true tragedies and tarot. Yeah, I got mistaken for someone else the other day too by a mod, by Arkansas, and I really like Arkansas. And she thought I was someone else. It must be this person. It must be this true tragedies and tarot, because she mistaked me for her and um said something to me not really nice in the chat, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm not really sure like what you're talking about. I think you have me mistaken for somebody else." And she did apologize because she did have me mistaken for somebody else. Um so was this creator corrected? Did anyone tell her that that was not me? Linda, we always have a good laugh together. Petro, it's 10 to 9 in the morning here in South Africa. Oh, wow. I think Don will speak up when he gets charged for his sister's essay when they was small. Yeah, I agree, Petro. That's what I think too. And I also think all that the time he's got, in solitary confinement, he's being kept away from the other prisoners, all he has to do is think. And, there's no more drugs, there's no more alcohol to clear his mind. So he's really going to have to sit there with some serious thoughts. And we might be hearing something from Don. I don't know. 7 to life. Yes, 7 kids gone. And the one son of Candace Wells was beat so bad with a bat, he is brain dead. Yes, I did, 7. Yes, I did know that. Um, that was pretty horrific to hear. I actually saw another creator say that that wasn't true. But that's not what I saw. So, Linda, true tragedies. Oh, you did? Oh, thank you. Mr. J, thank you for correcting that creator, Linda. Um, maybe if you want to email me, my email is in my about section on my channel. But if you want to email me the creator, I can go on and tell them that, hey, not me, wrong person, sorry. So Mr. Jamie says, wait, what's Crackhead Don in jail for? Don is in jail because he violated his parole violation from back in February of 2021 when he, um, pulled the gun out. The whole Jose incident. That's why he was on parole. So he violated that by going on YouTube, getting drunk, getting in the car on a live stream, and getting pulled over and getting a DUI. So because he violated that probation, the judge gave him 11 months and 29 days, which is 1 day short of a full year. And the reason that they do that, whether I don't know if you guys know or not, but the reason that the judge didn't give him 12 months is because if he had given him 12 months, then he would have had to spend his time in a state prison. But because he got 11 months and 29 days, that means that he can do his time in the county jail, which is where he's at. So that's why he's in jail. And remember, just remember that this happened after their kids were taken away. So again, we just see what Candace and Don are doing. Their children have been taken away. I'm positive that CPS has outlined a very good outline for them of what they need to do to get their children back. And what we're seeing is Don in jail, violating his parole. Candace singing karaoke and smiling and getting cash apps from people. And, it's just, what is this? What in the world is this? Raybird. I wasn't sure if the other baby was confirmed. Yes, it was Raybird. She did that baby girl a favor. She absolutely did by giving her up for adoption. My son is my youngest, and we adopted him at birth from the hospital. Aw. You know what? I always have like a special place for people that are able to adopt children and show them love and give them a better home. So you really are a very good person. God bless you, Raybird. But yes, it was confirmed because she was on, Candace herself was on a live stream, and the creator, I think, kind of caught her a little bit by surprise because she brought this up, and Candace got really quiet. I was watching it live, and Candace got really quiet for a minute. The creator sort of made her feel comfortable, and then she did open up and start talking about um, how, they just sort of took the baby right from her from the hospital. She didn't really, get to see the baby, spend any time with it, anything like that. It was just taken away and adopted out. But yes, I very, very much agree. And I said it before that, I'm not going to knock her for adopting that little girl out because it was the best thing that she could have done for her, in my opinion, allegedly. 7 to life. Now tell me how the DA is not doing their job on real. Um, hmm, that's a good statement. I don't know. I think that people get really frustrated. I understand why. These cases are, they're heart wrenching, and they're a little stressful to watch sometimes and follow. And so people get really frustrated. They want to see action now. They want to see Candace arrested. They want to see Don arrested. They want to see all of this stuff. But when you have the feds involved, when you have the FBI involved, they take their time, and they take their time for good reason. I've said this before, that they sort of work backwards. They don't just come and bust in your house and arrest you. They will investigate you. They will build a case. And this is why their percentage rate of prosecution, successful prosecution, is so high. It's something insane. It's something like 96% or something. So basically, when the FBI gets involved and they come to arrest you, again, say goodbye to the people that because you're probably not coming back out of that courtroom. But yeah, these cases take some time. They do. I mean, and I'll point you guys to the Vallow case. That's frustrating to me because I've been following that case since 2020, since right after it happened. I was heavily, heavily involved in that case, still am. And we will not see trial. The judge has set trial. Now, again, this happened actually in 2019. We will not see trial until 2000. We won't see trial until next year, until 2023. So that's 4 years from the time these crimes occurred, murders occurred, until these people are arrested. This case is built 4 years until they'll actually see a trial. So it is frustrating, covering missing cases, and also, people they get flustered and they start to blame law enforcement and do things like that. And I'm not going to say all law enforcement are perfect, because they're not. They make mistakes. They're humans like everyone else. But we just have to we really do have to trust the process here. When I was in Tennessee, I went to the Alcatraz Museum. Maybe I'll share some of those pictures on my community tab. But I went to the Alcatraz Museum, and because it's in Tennessee, obviously, they had a really display of the TBI. There was actually a fallen officer with the TBI, and they gave a little saying about them, and I thought it was really nice. So I might share that, and some other really kind of interesting, cool pictures from that place. But I'm not reading chat. County jails are not the same as prison, I hear. Yeah, I would imagine not. I think prison would probably be a lot more intense than just the county jail. Raybird, we said yes without even discussing it. Again, God bless you and your husband. We had 3 girls and then a vasectomy. 6 weeks after my hubby's surgery, we got a call that there is a baby due in 6 weeks. No parental care and addiction. Don't know if it's a boy or girl. Did we want it? We said yes without even discussing it. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I have a friend in real life. His name is Lance, and him and his wife basically did the same thing. They didn't plan on adopting a child. They didn't plan on anything like that, but this happened to them, sort of. This baby came along. She was from, or I'm sorry, it's a boy, but he came from drug addicted parents, and they adopted that child, and they love him very much. It's so cute because he looks like them. It's really odd, but he just fits straight into their family. And so what you're saying kind of really reminds me of them, and I always hold them in such high admiration for that. Don to life, or 7 to life. What the heck am I talking about? Don is in a cell 23 hours a day. Kind of like death row. He must be going crazy. Yeah, can you imagine Don? Like, please, can we all just imagine this for a second? Don in a tiny little room by himself, nobody else, for 23 hours a day. As much as this man likes to talk, can you imagine that? He's probably just talking to the walls. Freaking Candace. She's probably going to break my damn door. I don't know what she's going to do. She's saying she's going to fix the whole place up. We'll see, Candace. Try to get it together. Try to get it together before I get out of here. No need to cook for me or anything. They feed me well in here. That wasn't my best Don impression, but, either way. Raybird, I was told that by a psychic 10 years before that I would have a son, but he would be coming to me in a different way. I knew in my heart that he was a boy and meant to be my son. That is so sweet. That is a really, really sweet story. What's odd for me, this is going to be really odd for me to say, but I'm like 50-50 with psychics. Even though I read tarot cards, I'm like 50-50 with psychics. But I have had 2 very strange encounters with psychics. I also love Donna Serafina, just so you guys know. But I've had really strange encounters with 2 psychics, and they told me something. They told me this really crazy family event. I was on my way home. I lived about maybe an hour from my family home. And they told me to come home, that I needed to come home, blah, blah, blah. They did not tell me what it was about. Oddest thing was, I'm just driving on the interstate. I'm driving home. Comes to this like little town. I get off, get gas, whatever. And for some reason, it was like the car was like driving itself, even though it wasn't. I didn't have a Tesla back then, but it just pulled this parking lot, and it was weird. It was like it was surreal. Like it was almost like a out of body. That's what it felt like. And I walk up to this door, and the psychic opens the door, and she goes, "I've been waiting for you." It totally freaked me out. Completely freaked me out. I was actually scared to go into this woman's house. I'm not gonna lie to you. And Linda's back. Listen, Linda, don't leave me like that again. But anyway, she told me that because my aunt and uncle raised me, and she told me that they had broken up. And these are like my parents. They've been together before I was even born. And they raised me. So I was like, I didn't really believe her. I just didn't believe that. And to my shock, I got home, and that's why they wanted me to come home to tell me this. And I was in like my early 20s, and I just bursted out crying. And I didn't want to tell anybody that the psychic told me, because I was like embarrassed. I thought my family's very Catholic. And so I thought they were gonna, just say things to me. And so I didn't tell them, but I just kept thinking about it, like, oh my God, she really did tell me that. And she told me other things about myself. And then there was another psychic, and it was kind of a really odd experience with her too. Like, interesting, really, really good. So you missed a mediocre Don impression. It was not my best, Linda. I did not do my best today. I don't really have my Don thing going on right now. Like, I swear to you, though, earlier I was thinking about him being in jail, and I started to kind of like do this little skit with him in jail. I started to like say it out loud to my significant other, and he started laughing. He's busted out laughing. But I can't do it now. I don't know why I just can't do it now. Um, okay, guys. So you know me, like around the hour mark is when I usually get off of here. So I really intended this more to be about Candace's recent antics, as I said. But Raybird, I think Long Island Medium is a fake. Yeah, you know what? She's kind of distant memory for me, because I do remember her. I do remember seeing her, but I don't really know too much about her. You know who I always thought was fake, and then she was actually proven fake? Sylvia Brown. I used to watch. I used to watch Sylvia Brown on what was his name? The host. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But I used to watch Sylvia Brown, and every time I'd watch her, I'd be like, this woman is so full of crap. Like, this woman is so full of it. And he made her, he gave her the platform. Speaking of platforms, this is going to bring us to a Candace subject that I already touched on, but I just want to touch on it again. But that show host gave Sylvia Brown, a really big platform, and she made a lot of money. Because he was constantly having her on that show, and so many people believed her, bought her books, this and that. But no, it wasn't Phil Donahue. It was what was his name? Good Lord. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Sylvia Brown was on, not Montel. Was it Montel? No. Was it Montel? It might have been Montel. Yeah, I think it was. Wasn't it Montel? I think she was on. Yeah, Montel Williams. Yes, thank you, Raybird. That's who she was on. She was on Montel Williams all the time, and he gave her this huge platform. And like I said, A lot of people latched on to her and she was making all this money, but yes, Linda. Yes, Raybird. Yep, that is Montel Williams. But this goes back to certain creators giving Candace that same platform, that same larger platform with thousands of people, and she's making money off of that. And so, I have to ask, why are you doing this? Because if she knows that people are just going to cash up her and take care of her the whole time that Don is in jail, she's not going to do anything to better herself. She's going to use that money to continue to get high, or drunk, and she's not going to get the treatment that she needs. This is really called enabling, guys. We have some real bleeding hearts that just really feel badly for Candace. That is your prerogative. But I would just highly suggest not giving this woman money, because you're really hindering something that needs to happen with her. She needs to get off of these substances. That doesn't happen when people are freely just sending you money for nothing. So it is very late for me, Linda. It is. This is very late for me. I was saying that. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. where I'm at, but I was just having some thoughts. I asked the chat. I don't know. Nobody really answered me, I don't think. But I was wondering, because I said to you guys, that I was not going to continue covering the Michael Vaughn case. And I said why. But I did want to do two last things. And I really had this in mind before I decided not to cover it anymore. But do you guys think that, because I wanted to do just an overall general read on his case, and then I also wanted to do a read on the nanny. So I wanted to know what you guys thought about that. Maybe I'll just do a poll. Maybe I'll just do a poll and see how people feel about that, because I don't want to come off as like a liar. I said I wasn't going to cover anymore, and then I'm just going to randomly put out 2 more videos. So I don't want to do that. Seven of Life, did you know they own that car? Wake up, people. Don't send her money. If anything, send it to the boys. Yes, Seven of Life, I'm going to put you up on the screen. Absolutely. Oh, God, there's that word again. I got to stop using it. I'm going to train it out of my brain, you guys. But yeah, please don't do this, because not only are you feeding addiction, you are hindering her from getting help. If an addict has a a source of money like that, it's like a dream to them. Honestly, they don't have to do anything for it. They just hear the ching of their Cash App, and that's it. And they're off to the races. They're off to the liquor store. They're off to whatever dealer they have. And it really is going to hinder her from hitting complete rock bottom, not having the money, not being able to afford, all of this stuff. And she's going to have to do something about it. And that's the best thing that could happen for Candace. So to the people that care about her, please think that through. Before you send money, please think that through. You think so, Linda? Because I did want to do that. I did want to do those 2 reads. I think I am going to do a poll and just see what everyone thinks about it, even though your opinion is the only one that matters. Psych, just kidding. Just kidding, everyone. Linda knows I love her, but no. Yeah, I just want to see what everyone thinks. Again, I don't want to come off as like a liar, but I did have this in mind prior to saying that. So Raybird, can she get off her butt and get a job? Yeah, exactly. She only has herself to take care of and doesn't need to be begging for money. Yeah, and the thing is, Raybird, is that people are helping her beg for this money. People are readily putting her Cash App in their live streams. They're pinning it to the top. And you have a lot of people. There are a lot of people. I don't know where these people come from, but there are a lot of people that are Candace supporters. They're definitely the minority, but they do exist. And oh, okay, Linda. I think I will do that. Well, yeah, okay. I think I might. I think I might definitely do that tomorrow. Or I may even do it tonight and just upload it tomorrow. I'm not sure. Raybird, you're allowed to change your mind if you get a feeling like you should do a read on monkey. Yeah, I do. I definitely do have that feeling. Um, just his little face is so cute to me. This little child. Um, and I am having a little bit of a difficult time getting him out of my head. I have to be honest with you. As much as I don't want to cover this case, and I still am not going to do that. Um, I did want to do that. Absolutely, Linda. She's more than capable of working. In fact, we have, unfortunately, because I don't agree with that video that was taken of her and Don at their work, but everybody has their own opinions. That's mine. But we saw her working. She's definitely capable of working, and that's what I'm trying to say. If people are just steadily giving her money, well, there's no incentive to go and work. There's no incentive to say, "Holy crap, I can't even afford toilet paper right now. I have to go do something. I have to go get a job. I have to have an income for myself." That creates stability. Now you have to show up at work every day on time, and you start a routine, and this is how you better your life. But by just sending her flat out money, there's no reason for her to do any of these things. And there's every reason in the world for her to just keep going to liquor store, drug dealers, whatever, getting her fix, maybe getting, a little bit of food here and there. But it just, Candace has lost a lot of weight. I was really surprised to see her in some of the more recent videos because she's lost some weight for sure. Linda, are you afraid to do a read? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm glad you asked that. I actually am. Because I don't, if whatever shows up in my cards, hey, do, how are you? But I am afraid that if things show up in my cards and I post it onto YouTube and it's things that people don't want to hear, that they want to put blinders onto. I really don't want to start a big war with people, I guess you could say. um, yes, much love to you too, do. You're always welcome here. But yeah, that's a good question, Linda, and that's definitely gone through my mind of, if these cards say something that is untoward towards anyone surrounding Michael, I would be a little afraid to post it because there's just a lot of people that don't really want to dig underneath the surface of this case. And I don't know what could come out in the read. I have no idea. I've what my own feelings, and then I've done reads, and the read is telling me something like, "No, you're wrong." Here's what it really is. So that's definitely happened. Um, 7 to life at Raybird. Let's see. Yes, I feel so bad for her. Now you can tell she's a good mom and really trying to do her best. So you guys are obviously talking about Brandy. And I share your feelings about that. Just because, we know that she was at work. Clearly she didn't have anything to do with her son's disappearance. And I just always feel that, that sadness from her. You could see it. Are you, Ray? Oh, really? Okay. You know what? That's interesting. I think I am going to do it. Maybe we'll see, what our cards, say. We'll have to see. Carrie, thank you, Carrie. That really means a lot to me. Carrie says, love your channel. Thank you. That's really kind of you. But Raybird, back to this reading. I'm really excited to see that. Um, are you nervous, Ray? Because if your cards say something that you were not expecting them to say, um, would you consider not uploading it, or are you nervous about it? Like, I'm just gonna wait. And I am gonna tell you guys because I'm like 16 minutes over an hour. I don't really like to go too much over an hour live stream. So I am gonna be ending this quite soon. Aw, Linda. We all do. You guys really make me feel good. You know that? And I will tell you guys, I haven't had the best. 2022 was a doozy for me. A huge doozy. So it was it was a really 2022 for me was a really crazy year. Personally wise and stuff like that. But it was also I had this whole like transformation within myself. I really started to say, who am I? I've been raising children for a long time, and who am I? And in 2021, I started whitewater kayaking, which I absolutely love. And then in 2022, I started really getting serious about starting my YouTube channel and doing something that I feel really passionate about. So it was a year of growth for me, and it was a year of lessons for me, which I guess is every year, but major ones in my life. So did I say 2022? Yes, I meant 2021. Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, for the last ever since this pandemic has hit, I've lost years. I literally feel like I've just lost 2 years of my life somehow. I speak about 2020 not intentionally, but I speak about it almost like it just didn't exist or it didn't happen. Because it's like nothing happened that year. Everything happened and nothing happens. Or like in quarantine and all this stuff. And God, I hated that year. I went from a mom to a teacher overnight. I had my kids, they're all doing virtual learning, and I'm trying to help them. And I have no idea what the heck I'm looking at. And it was a mess. It really was a mess. My heart goes out to any parents that had to do the virtual learning. For our family, it was a rough road. Oh, 7 to life. Thank you. Thank you as well. Um, okay, guys. I think I'm going to end this live stream here. Thank you guys all for joining me. Oh, Raybird, I did want to see this before we go. I don't know why, but I always get nervous with each reading. I know, especially when it deals with subjects like this. Um, I do dowsing and cards. I really try to clear my own feelings, but it is hard to let all judgment and expectations go. Yes. I for this reading, somebody actually told me that they didn't trust my reading because they didn't see me shuffle. And I try to spare people that because I do a lot of shuffling. And you're gonna just be watching like 3 to 4 minutes of me just shuffling. So I try to spare people that, do my shuffling and saging my cards and all of that prior. So, when I do my video, we can just get right into reading the cards. But yeah, for this reading that I think I'm going to do for Little Monkey, and the nanny. I want to do those two, and I had that in mind. But I think I'm going to do a quite a bit of meditation, because I am biased towards the nanny, and like you said, you kind of have to really clear away those judgments. But the one thing that I love about my Dark Angels deck is it's like such a rebellious deck. It's almost like I don't care what you think. This is what it is. Like this deck, I have thought things, and I'm like, I just know I'm going to see this, and that is not what I see at all. It's a whole different thing, and I'm like, wow. So that deck is kind of like not afraid to just tell me to screw off with my biases and put the story out there. So, um, Linda, for later, I did send you an email. I hope you got it. Oh, I will have to check them. I am technology challenged and old. Yeah. Technology's tough. Tech is tough. Linda, thank you, Jess. We love when you're on. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I always love when you're on. Seven to life. Have a good night, hun. Much to all. Have a good night, chat. You too. Everyone have a great night. And I am gonna do a poll to see how people feel about me doing a reading on Little Monkey. And if everyone seems cool with that, I'll probably be doing that tomorrow, and you guys can see that tomorrow. So, good night, everyone. Have a great night, and I will see you later.